Baseball is often described as a game of patience, strategy, and skill, a sport where respect and tradition run deep. But beneath the carefully curated image of sportsmanship and camaraderie, there lies another side of the game, a side built on betrayal, bruised egos, and feuds so personal they tore teams apart. From teammates who despised each other to long-brewing vendettas that exploded into all-out brawls, Major League Baseball has seen its fair share of heated conflicts that went far beyond the field. These weren't just competitive rivalries. These were deeply personal wars. Fists were thrown, careers were ruined, friendships were obliterated, and some of these tensions simmered for years before finally reaching their breaking point. Tonight, we're diving deep into the MLB's most bitter, brutal, and unforgettable player feuds. These are the moments that made baseball history, but for all the wrong reasons. Number 1, Derek Jeter versus Alex Rodriguez, when friendship turns to hate. They were once inseparable, training together, vacationing together, the faces of baseball's future. Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez weren't just rivals. They were best friends, two young stars destined for greatness. Fans loved seeing them side by side, two of the best shortstops of their generation, pushing each other to be better. But everything changed with one interview, one moment that turned admiration into resentment and friendship into icy disdain. The betrayal, the 2001 Esquire interview. By 2001, Jeter had already won 4 World Series titles with the Yankees. Meanwhile, Rodriguez, after signing a record-breaking $252 million contract with the Rangers, was the highest-paid player in baseball. But during an interview with Esquire, A-Rod made a critical mistake. Jeter's been blessed with great talent around him. He's never had to lead. I don't know if he can be the guy, Rodriguez said. That quote spread like wildfire. Jeter never responded publicly, but his actions spoke louder than words. The once close friendship fractured instantly. The ultimate twist, A-Rod joins the Yankees. In 2004, everything took a shocking turn. Rodriguez was traded to the Yankees. Instead of becoming the league's most dominant duo, the tension only worsened. Despite being the better shortstop statistically, A-Rod had to move to third base because Jeter was the captain. Rodriguez was forced into a supporting role, and he hated it. The ice-cold locker room. Tension in the clubhouse was undeniable. On the field, they had no chemistry. Off the field, they barely spoke. Press conferences became awkward, and teammates noticed the obvious coldness between them. By 2006, things had escalated so much that Yankees management had to intervene. A-Rod, struggling in big moments, got no defense from Jeter, who refused to publicly support him. Rodriguez later apologized, admitting his mistake, but Jeter never forgave him. Did they ever reconcile? Even after retirement, their relationship remained distant. A-Rod admitted, "I wish we were as close as before," but Jeter never showed any interest in rekindling the friendship. And when Jeter was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2020, A-Rod wasn't there. Some wounds never heal. Their friendship had started as one of baseball's greatest bonds, but ended in one of its coldest feuds. Number 2, Bryce Harper versus Hunter Strickland, a grudge that exploded. Some players move on. Hunter Strickland, he waited 3 years to strike back. It all started in the 2014 NLDS. The San Francisco Giants were facing the Washington Nationals in a high-stakes playoff battle. Bryce Harper, just 21 years old, was already one of the most electrifying players in baseball. He played with passion, confidence, and just the right amount of cockiness to get under an opponent's skin. That postseason, Harper crushed 2 massive home runs off Giants reliever Hunter Strickland, both no-doubt shots, both absolutely obliterated. And Harper, he watched them, admired them, took his time rounding the bases, his signature swagger on full display. For Strickland, it wasn't just a bad playoff moment, it was personal. Every pitcher gives up home runs. But for Strickland, Harper's celebrations, the slow trots, the confident smirks, felt like an insult. He fumed, but he never said a word. Not to Harper, not to the media, not to anyone. The Giants won that series and went on to win the World Series, but Strickland didn't forget. He stewed on it. He remembered every detail. Fast forward to 2017, 3 years later. Harper, now a bona fide superstar, steps up to the plate against Strickland for the first time since that fateful postseason. It's a regular season game in May. No one sees what's coming. First pitch, 98-mile-per-hour fastball, right into Harper's hip. For a split second, the stadium is silent. Harper freezes. He knows exactly what just happened. Then chaos. Harper slams his helmet down, charges the mound at full speed. Strickland doesn't back down. They meet in the middle, fists flying. The bench is clear. The entire field erupts into a brawl. But in the middle of the chaos, something unexpected happens. Michael Morse, a Giants veteran, tries to break up the fight and collides with his own teammate. The hit is brutal. Morse suffers a concussion. He never fully recovers. It ends his career. Strickland later denied any grudge, claiming the pitch simply got away from him. No one believed him. His own teammates knew this was payback. Harper, he actually found humor in it. Later he said, "I respect that he hit me in the right spot." But make no mistake, this was revenge 3 years in the making. Some pitchers move on. Strickland made sure Harper would never forget. Number 3, Prince Fielder versus Garcia, a feud that ruined a team. Not all feuds are about baseball, some are far more personal. Prince Fielder was the heart of the Detroit Tigers, a powerhouse at the plate, a beloved teammate, a leader in the clubhouse. He was the kind of player who commanded respect, not just because of his talent, but because of the presence he carried. When the Tigers acquired him in 2012, he was supposed to be the missing piece to bring a championship to Detroit. Then came the rumors. In 2013, whispers spread through the Tigers clubhouse. Ugly, career-altering rumors. Garcia, a young, up-and-coming outfielder, had allegedly had an affair with Fielder's wife. At first, it was just talk, but baseball locker rooms are tight spaces, and word travels fast. Players took sides. The atmosphere turned toxic. Then it exploded. Fielder, furious, confronted Garcia. It wasn't just a heated argument, it got physical. Tensions boiled over in the locker room as players tried to step in and break it up. The most shocking part? Miguel Cabrera, yes, the two-time MVP, was caught in the middle. Trying to separate them, Cabrera reportedly suffered an injury, one that some believe lingered for years and impacted his future performances. For a team that was chasing a World Series, this was a nightmare. The Tigers had been built to win, with a roster stacked with talent, but suddenly their clubhouse was crumbling from within. Garcia had become a problem. The Tigers' front office acted fast. Garcia was traded to the Chicago White Sox almost immediately. The message? This was Fielder's team. Garcia had no place in it anymore. But for Fielder, the damage was done. Whether it was the stress from the scandal, the emotional toll, or the wear and tear on his body, he was never the same player again. Just 1 year later, in 2014, the Tigers traded Fielder to the Texas Rangers. His career began to decline rapidly. Injuries piled up. His power at the plate faded. By 2016, after multiple neck surgeries, Fielder was forced into early retirement. From potential championship hero to out of baseball in just a few short years. Did the scandal play a role in Fielder's downfall? Maybe. Some say it was just bad luck with injuries. Others believe that the emotional strain took a toll on his game. One thing is certain, the feud with Garcia changed everything. Not all baseball fights happen on the field. Some destroy entire teams from the inside. Number 4, Barry Bonds versus Jeff Kent, the teammates who couldn't stand each other. 2 superstars, 1 team, 0 respect. Barry Bonds and Jeff Kent were the faces of the San Francisco Giants in the early 2000s. Together, they dominated. But behind the scenes, they hated each other. It started small, an argument over a seat on the team bus in 1997. But it grew. Bonds, the biggest ego in baseball, clashed with Kent, the quiet but fiery competitor. Then in 2000, Kent won the NL MVP award. Bonds, furious. He believed he was the better player. He believed he should have won. Then in 2002, it all boiled over. Live on camera during a game, Bonds and Kent got into a full-blown fistfight. The dugout erupted. Teammates had to separate them, and the world saw just how much they despised each other. Did they ever make up? Not a chance. Kent later admitted, "Did we work well together? Yes. Did we like each other? Absolutely not." Baseball is supposed to be about teamwork, but these rivalries prove that sometimes the biggest battles happen off the field. From Jeter and A-Rod's Cold War to Harper and Strickland's brawl, these feuds left a mark on baseball history. Some grudges never fade, some betrayals never heal, some fights are never truly over. But which feud was the most brutal? Which rivalry went too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you think these stories were wild, just wait until you hear what we've got next. Hit that subscribe button because trust me, you won't want to miss it.